What's up, peeps? Yoshi Fred's here. Today I'll be talking about how I found about object shows. So, how I found about BFDI is that King Sferez, he introduced it to me. At first I didn't think the show was going to be that good, but when I stumbled upon the two-parter first episode of BFDI, I was like, hey, this is well animated, this is well written, they did a really good job with this. And yeah, and then I watched BFDI. It wasn't as good as the first season, but yeah, I still liked it. BFDI was like, back then, BFDI was my favorite season. It was just so well animated, well written, and funny. And I was like, yeah, I really love BFDI, and it is a good show. It's the first object show I ever watched, actually, and it's just so funny, so incredibly written, and it's so well animated. When I watched BFDI 25, I was like, hey, this finale is so great. I liked how Fiery and Leafy, Leafy stole Dream Island, but I was mad at Leafy back then. But now I was actually funny that she did it. Anyways, I started watching more object shows. After I binge watched the entire first season of BFDI, I came across an anime thing. When I watched the first episode, I was like, I hate this show. The animation is just so crappy. It's a rip-off of BFDI and from the genre. But as the animation proceeded to get better, I was like, hey, I like this show now. And yeah, I like the show, and I like how they did Kentucky too. It's giving me total drama and surviving vibes. And yeah, so that's how I came across Animatic Battle. What's your favorite episode of season 1? My favorite of season 1 is the finale. So I have is TDOS, which stands for the Daily Object Show. I watched the show like August of 2020, and I really liked it. The show is really good. And yeah, my favorite character was Water Bottle, but why are we talking about favorite characters? This is how I found out about object shows. And yeah, when I found out the winner, I was so shocked. I don't want to reveal the winner of season 1, so you might have to watch it for yourself. But the show's really good. I just like how it's more of a joke show, and Cringe Pill is just so funny. The characters are just so iconic, so funny, and it's just really, really good. Water Bottles is the best character, IMO. Next show is BFLH, and it's one of my favorites. It was one of the shows that inspired me to make BFLI, especially BFLH 8. Another thing that I like is the animation, the smooth lip syncing, and yeah, it was just so good. I just like how AOS went through 5 whole years of the show, that's crazy. And one thing I also liked about this show is that the humor, it's really good. I like the Diamond and Waffle arc, and yeah, it's just really good. And I also like BFLH the way it is really good. The animation's good, and well, yeah. The characters are cool, they have personalities. I like all the characters. Not all the characters, well, just most of the characters, because they're just so likable and funny. Characters like Squirt Gun, Cowboy Hat, Net, and Diamond, they're so and Banana, they're just so likable yet so funny. And yeah, I also like how BFLH has lore, kind of, cause like I made a theory a few months ago on what was that black thing behind the black object behind the thing behind the TV. Squirt Gun's the best. I like Squirt Gun and Cowboy Hat's friendship. They seem like best friends, and that inspired me to make Sun and Juice's friendship. Thank you, BFLH, for inspiring me to make a show. To make BFLI. It wasn't one of the main things that inspired me to make BFDI was, but BFLH was a good show. I also liked how the dodgeball hit Waffle, and the animation was just so good. It was like a pause thing, like slow motion. And I also like how Diamond went from a mean character to a nice character. Like, that was just so cool. That was just so cool. And AOS's animation skills are just so good, and he's just so cool. He's a cool guy. I love BFLH, and it is one of my favorite object shows. It's in top 5. Now let's go to the next show. Next up, we got 3EE, the 3rd season of Excellent Entities. And the show is really good so far. The creator, Webs Frez, he went through 3 full seasons of the show. I'm starting from like 10 years ago. This guy is just so cool. He's a cool guy. And yeah, I like 3EE for the way it is. It's so funny. It's the animation so good, the writing so good. Chalky, Broomer, and Clay are the best characters. He knows how to write every single character. Every character is just so good. They're so likable, funny, and they're even so cool. I like the part when Chocolate Bar says, "Look, we're surrounded by cameras, my parole officer." That's just so funny. And I just like how there's like 3, and I just like how there's like a 3rd season. I wonder if there'll be a 4th. Hopefully there is a 4th. Too bad the Excellent Entity shorts got discontinued. It's really good. I really like the shorts. And yeah, the show is just really good so far. The animation is just so good. I like all the characters in 3EE. And the creator is just a cool guy. The animation is just so cool. Everything about 3EE is super cool. Now we have to go to the next show. We have Mayhem of Objects, which is made by King's Red. He's actually one of my friends, and he's my friend in real life. My best friend. Anyways, the show is really good. It's like when the boat comes and then there's a little raccoon island. Similar to BFOI, we both had the idea of them going to an island to be an island that's pretty much connected. Mayhem Island and Object Island, they're connected. Theory has been solved, even though none of you have been asking. Even if you didn't want to know, now you know. But the show was also really good. Like, the characters were so likable and funny. Characters like Top Hat and stuff, yeah. It was also really good. It's really good because, like, the animation is good. Considering the fact that we both made it on Scratch and people were saying, "Your animations are so good. You did that on Scratch, so cool." Thank you, guys. Anyways, let's go to the next one. Crazy Objects. Crazy Objects is a show where 16 contestants battle for $1 billion. It's made by Crazy Object Central. The show is just so funny. The characters are just so funny. And it went from no background to a really good show. And it's really well animated. It's really well written and so funny. And it's just really funny. I like the Bamboo Strawberry arc. The show is just really good and funny. Yeah, it's just really funny. And I just like the animation. It's really good. And yeah, it's just so funny. And I like how Boxing Gloves always says, "I'm not silly." Now let's go to the next one. Object Bakery. Object Bakery is a show by Cloudymations. And it has 4 episodes. The show is really good. I like the animation. There's also people can also animate for the show. Yeah, they can also animate for the show. And not only is the show really good, but it's also humorous and it's really good. And the reason why I think it's really good is because of Slime Ball's lore. I like the Slime Ball lore, which is really good. And out of the 4 episodes, I gotta say that Object Bakery 4 was the best. Out of episode 3, it's episode 3, but out of episode 4, it's episode 4. Yeah, my favorite character is Catface. The Object show is really good. You guys should totally watch it. Yeah, and I like it when Slimeball calls Catface a stupid dog opposite or whatever. You aren't eating dog opposite. And yeah, bye.